Hey everyone, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well. Um, Gosh, can you believe how quick the year's flying by? January seems so slow, and now February is just, we're halfway through it. So, what I wanted to do tonight was something a little bit different, and that's just to read to you some of my work, some of the things I've written. And this is called Surrogate by Proxy, so perhaps in less than 5 years, we will each have a surrogate, at least in digital form, if not yet in physical form. Wouldn't it be odd if that digital surrogate ended up being shaped like a head? A symbol of what it represents. Those crystal skulls. Wouldn't that be something if that's what they actually were? Storage devices that held digital content in crystalline form. Wouldn't that be something if we're recreating that, and or we end up recreating that? And crystal skull, that'd be the perfect shape. It should be something we can identify easily, and it needs to be the icon itself. And so, making it shaped like a head, that'll be the easiest help in our transition to that digital realm, because eventually we're going to be able to let go of our physical body, at least temporarily. And we're going to exist for periods of times inside of a virtual existence. Like what you call those old water tanks, a sensory deprivation tank. It'll be something like that, but on just a magnitude that blows that literally, pardon the pun, out of the water. So it should be the most wonderful, most tantalizing, sexual, and liberating experience a human being will ever have known. That's how wonderful this is going to be when we're able to transfer our consciousness to this digital structure. I'm going to tell you why in just a second. In a not too distant future, there could be a reason even we need to temporarily upload our thoughts and dreams to a digital realm. But really we're going to want to experience the sensation, because it will inevitably deprive the body of all sensations. And wow, won't that be something? Being digital. Once we upload our consciousness, and our body disassociates from our mind, once we digitize our molecules and we've disconnected from the very force given to us at birth from our Father God, our soul, what happens? What happens when we disconnect our souls for that split second too long? I mean, seriously, think about it. At what point will our souls figure, well, there's no sensory input, the body must be dead, time to move back to the source God? So see, once we start uploading our consciousness digitally and severing it from our body, that's when the struggle is going to begin. Without a conscious awareness connected fully to the body, the soul will depart. It will be like you're committing suicide. They're going to have tech that brings the body back to life. Heck, they may even bring the body back to where it can be in a better body than an organic body. It could be, a mechanical body that practically never ages. So, if your inorganic body, if your organic body is gone, how long will your soul stick around? Is it going to know to stay with your digital construct? Do you believe your soul will just be waiting on you while you achieve what transcendental meditationists have been trying to do spiritually for thousands of soul generations? They desire to separate from their body. They desire to separate their spirit or soul or whatever it is that they consider that inner being, that spark of life. Let's call it a soul and keep it simple. And they want to experience travel through space and time, whatever, without their bodies, though, to experience what it would be like to be free of physical limitations. Well, uploading our consciousness to a digital crystal matrix will achieve that in a very, very real sense. Man, once we're able to travel without the limits of our body, we'll be digitally streaming across fiber optic light cables. Basically, you'll be able to travel at the speed of light. But before we get all metaphysical and all that good stuff, let's get back to the other metaphysical part, the part about how long do you think your soul will want to hang on to a body which has left its conscious self? Might we end up our own little digital copies of our brain patterns? Stored in a crystal quartz skull. Do you think that's how the Mayans or the Aztecs ended up? Did they digitize their consciousness and willingly crawl into a digital matrix, leaving their body behind as a mummy like the ancient Egyptians did? Perhaps they were, promised by, let's say Lucifer. Why not? Let's say, they were convinced somehow that they would one day be reunited body to soul and mind to brain. Well, right now it doesn't look like the devil kept his promise, but that sounds like the devil, doesn't it? Inherently evil. So, did they willingly do it because they thought it would somehow prolong their civilization? Did they walk into this crystal matrix and these skulls? And I truly believe that's what the real skulls, have inside them. That's why they're crystalline, because you can store so much data, and the data they would store would probably be an icon of what it represents, human knowledge. So we just got to interpret the digital construct of the information in those skulls. I mean, how many years do you think we have left before eventually we're all going to be asked to upload a backup copy of our digital self to the cloud? Will it be just for fun? And won't that be just so cool to see how it all works? It will be so cool we didn't even know we wanted it. But it will be the coolest, most desired thing any human has ever imagined. We will want to upload ourselves. I don't think it would take very long before technology would be so advanced that we would be told that our conscious selves, uploading it, to a matrix, to a digital state, will be the equivalent to living forever. There'll be enough of us who don't believe in our souls anymore. So the thought of, hey, gee, when I lose my body, my physical body, and my soul goes with it, and I'm in this digital construct somewhere floating in hyperspace, I don't have a soul anymore. Now I know when a suitable body can be found, replicated, 3D printed, our digital self can be downloaded back into some living organic, or who needs organic, why not a mechanical, more durable body unbound by limitations of old organic flawed bodies. But what about that spark of life? What about that soul? You'll be coming back what they call a zombie. Yeah, now you know why the government's been preparing for a zombie apocalypse. They know after you upload your digital conscious long enough, now they'll be able to bring you back, but they won't bring your soul back. That'll be gone. So, your body, which was the vessel for your soul, well, now that it's gone, your soul will go back to where it belongs, which is back to God. So, will you have lost your soul for all time? Will you have technically committed suicide?